Hey guys, welcome back to another weekly recap. This week we ended up with plus 4R. As always, the Telegram is gonna be it's completely free. It's always gonna be in the pinned comment or in the description. Please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends and stuff. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, let's get into it. See you on the inside later. All right, guys, welcome in. Another weekly recap. Before I begin, I want to say I'm very sorry for not posting last week. I was very busy. I was away, so I didn't have time to get the video done. Um, but yeah, I to keep it fully transparent, I actually ended up down minus 1.5 R last week, and I didn't do the recap here, but yeah, and it's really unfortunate because I kind of like to show my loss trades. Um, but my losses, I would say, are usually the same as my winners. It's just sometimes they don't fall the way you want. So it's a numbers game at the end of the day. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and just got to keep showing up, doing the same thing over and over and over again. But yeah, this week was a lot better. I actually had time to focus on the charts and stuff. So yeah, let's jump into it. The first trade of the week. Let's see. Um, Let me just double check. First trade of the week was on gold. I should move this over. Was on gold. Let's see. Gold. Yeah. Let's see our entry. Okay, okay. Cool. Where is that? Here it is. So this was our first trade. I had a resistance drawn out like somewhere over here. And let's look at it from the 4-hour perspective. Let me just delete all these so I don't confuse myself. Cool. 4-hour. This is Thursday, May 9th, so this should be it. This should be the last one. Tuesday, May 14th. Cool. So previous candle was bullish. Anticipating the next candle to go bullish. Obviously, we have to wait for the wick to form. In every candle, there's going to be a bottom wick most of the time. Sometimes you'll have the rare case where there's no bottom wick, but it's very rare. I'd say about 90% of candles have a bottom wick, top wick. So you can expect that the wick will be formed. You start looking for your entries and you just ride the momentum. The idea is that if the previous candle was bullish, then the next one should be bullish. It's very simple. Um, yeah, so let's take a look at the trade here. I had this resistance kind of drawn out. It looks more clear on the 5 minute. Where is it? And right here. Cool. Yeah. So, um, yeah, this entry was probably a little bit early, but as always, I have the wick, the flip of the candle drawn out on this dotted green line right here. If you guys can see it, it's right here. So once this candle went, so the candle opened, it flipped bearish, and then it pushed bullish, and I was seeing that maybe we were kind of retesting this fat zone that I have drawn out here. The candle also flipped bullish. I took the entry. You can say, why are you buying into resistance? It's because I'm a top G, baby. No, I'm kidding. Seriously, like I said, if the candle's gonna go bullish, it should just go. We ended up getting stopped out. It rejected. It flew a lot, and then it rejected, and then it kind of just crushed down and took us out. And then it did it again, and I noticed that it respected this little level that it had. So that kind of tells me that this could be the bottom. Um, this could be the bottom of the next 4-hour candle, which is the one we're trading now. And yeah, we pushed bullish, we projected, and let's see the entry again. Yeah, so I took it based on the 1 minute. It looks more clear on the 1 minute too. Where are you? Yeah, so as you can see, we kind of took the buy here, pushed up. We kind of was playing around my entry, and then we broke below, retested the resistance that I have drawn out right here, and we crashed down. And then, yeah, like I said, we met this level again and looked good to go. The main thing I was worried about is I didn't want to get stopped at this resistance again. So what I did was I waited for it to show the actual momentum going to the upside, and yeah, it kind of made like a little head and shoulders, whatever you want to call it, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. I don't trade patterns, but to me it just shows me that, we broke and retested this level. We created a higher low, and then we pushed into resistance again. What's the odds that it's gonna push into resistance and fail? Uh, we already did it one time. We broke above, two times, three times, and now what? It would be four times. Eh. So that was the idea for the buy. So I took the buy, and yeah, it was kind of scary. We almost went to target, and we pushed back down, back to my entry. Then we pushed back up. Then we met a resistance level. We could kind of draw it out here now. And then we pushed down almost halfway to stop, and I just kept holding. Um, and yeah, I ended up taking it to 1 to 2. I had this level drawn out, and I remember very clearly because it was just the next clear resistance. So I ended up with a plus two R after that loss, so plus 1 R. And there's the exit image on my phone. The next trade was GJ. GJ sell. Let's see. You're gonna start to notice that if you guys are following the Telegram, I maybe the last few months I was trading a lot. I'm trying to slow down my trading frequency. That in turn will probably most of the time help you not lose so much because you're not exposing yourself, right? So you're only taking like the clear ones. My rule of thumb always with in this though is that I don't trade more than two times a day, and so I pretty much have two bullets in the chamber. If I let one off, then I have one more, and if I let it off, I'm done. I'll close the charts. And when I first started trading, I used to like take a loss, look again, take another loss, and then be like, okay, like entry will come eventually, and then I would see one and take another loss, and then you kind of start playing tricks with your mind because you're trying to make your money back at the end of the day, and that's really why you're doing it. But yeah, sometimes it's not the best. So this one, yeah, so previous candle's bearish, anticipating the next candle to be bearish. I don't know why it's like that. Um, is this the candle? Oh yeah, no, this is the candle. Wow. Okay, yeah. So this candle is bearish, anticipating the next candle to be bearish. And it actually went bullish, and I somehow won the trade. So this is one of those trades that was really based off of let me see here. 5. So this is one of those trades that's based off the wait. Is this a 9 a.m. trade? I need to check. Sorry. 10:56. I took this trade. Yeah. Okay. So this is 9 a.m. I didn't even look at the 5 a.m. Even though this trade would have been nice too. Where is it? 5 o'clock. 5. Yeah, I guess it would have been something like this. Maybe would have took it based off that. Stop below. It could have been a nice one. I just wasn't up. But yeah, so 9 a.m. open. We pushed up, and so this trade, this one's gonna be a little bit different. I wasn't usually I'll wait for the candle to flip bearish, and then I'll take so I'll wait for the wick to form, and then I'll wait for the candle to flip, and then I'll take the sell. So, but in this case, we pushed so far up, and notice how at this point we didn't make the wick, unless you want to call this tiny part the wick. So we opened the candle and we just started rallying up, right? We just flew all the way up. So in my head, I said, okay, well, 90% candles have to create a bottom wick, right? It's just what has to happen most of the time. So when we kept pushing up and we still hadn't made a wick, I was just waiting for price to tell me that it was ready to go down, and I was just gonna target the flip of the candle. And this is enough range to actually do that. So hopefully I'm making sense here. So let me show you really quick on the 4 hour. So yeah, so at this point we pushed up, right? And we still hadn't made this bottom wick that you're seeing here. So, oops, I always do this. But yeah, we still haven't made that bottom wick there at that point. The candle was kind of like, it kind of looked like this. Well, you guys can like get the idea, but I can't do it right now. Yeah, it kind of looked like that. No bottom wick. So my idea is that, okay, if I can take the entry based on that idea, that we're gonna create a bottom wick, uh, then my trade could look something like this. And that's pretty much what my idea was. So we kept pushing up, as you can see with the open. I'll show you really quick again. Right here. So yeah, so where is it? So yeah, so unless you want to call this baby thing the wick. Oh no, wait. Boom. That would be where the open is. So yeah, I mean, this would technically be that little wick, and I'm not believing that that's the wick. I can't even point to it right here. Yeah, so when I saw that, I said, okay, I'm gonna let price keep rallying until it gives me an idea that it's actually gonna start going down. And this is something that you'll start to see as you keep trading. Kind of take some experience, but my zone was drawn like this. So pretty much what I was doing as this was continuing up is I was waiting to see if momentum would shift, right? So how do you know momentum shifting? If we're in an uptrend, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. If we start to shift, you'll start to notice something could go weird first, and then we'd break a low. We'll break below one of these levels, and that's how you know that the downtrend is most likely to start. Price could always go like back up like that, right? But it's the risk you take, right? You're not gonna win everything, but at least when you win more on the winners than when you lose, I can't even explain myself. But yeah, you just basically want to have a good risk to reward ratio is what I'm trying to say to you, and that's how you'll keep making money. You don't have to be right all the time. I think I'm only right like 40 something percent of the time. But yeah, so that's what I was expecting. That's pretty much what we saw here, right? We have uptrend structure. I'll draw it out for you guys. You have uptrend structure here, right? Push up, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then what started to happen? We started to see a break, right? And we also saw that we slowly stopped creating very nice higher highs. So um, you'd kind of want to see this to continue so you can be like, okay, we're going to keep continuing. But obviously, the buyer's momentum was slowing down, right? Because we got to this level, pushed down, we got up, pushed down, we got up, and we barely got up, and then we rallied down. Once I saw the break of this level, I was like, okay, this is my time to take it, and I'll put my stop above here. Regardless, as long as it doesn't break this, I'll I'll I won't exit. So you're like to the people that are like, wait, why didn't you put your stop loss up here above the wick? Then it's the same reason why I'd keep this resistance here. If we were to see price break this resistance, then the trade is already invalid. So I probably would have cut it around here. But yeah, that's the reason. So yeah, so we broke that level and I took the sell and I just anticipated the flip basically. Um, Once we got there, I was just staring at price and that's how I was able to get out with the 1.88. Because when we got there, I saw we were starting to create the wick. We pushed up and I just was waiting for candles to close. And then once we created like a rejection, and then we rejected again. I was like, yeah, I don't want to be here in case price starts to fly like this. So I just exited. I took my almost 1 to 2 basically and called it a day. Yeah, it was pretty quick, nice trade, but we held some drawdown obviously through here. But like I said, as long as it's not breaking this resistance, we should be all right. Um, let's see next trade. The next trade was a break even that would have won on gold, which kind of sucks sometimes because I usually tell myself as a rule of thumb to not exit my trades at break even because stuff like this happens to me. You kind of just want to let the runners run and the losers just lose for you, and the numbers will kind of play out. But yeah, I just didn't like the price action here. Previous candles bearish. Let's see. Previous candles bearish, anticipating the next candle to be bearish. I was also kind of scared because we were in an uptrend. So, I don't know, I just was pretty scared about sells. That's kind of why I didn't hold for long. Like, this could have been like a higher high that continued up from here. You know what I mean? Like, but, yeah, so previous candle's bearish, anticipating the next candle will be bearish. What happened? A candle opened, we pushed up. Did I take this based on the 1 minute? I did. Okay. Oh, based on the 5 minute. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so we opened the candle. We immediately pushed up. We kind of showed rejection here. You could have easily taken your sell um, based on this candle. Stop below. Target your 1 to 3. And it would have worked out. But I didn't. I kind of waited for it to reject these levels. And I don't have it drawn out because my eyes already kind of used to seeing the levels. And also like the flip was kind of acting as like a resistance and a support, like a break and retest level. So I was kind of just staring at that. It's pretty funny. Like the flip was like perfect. But yeah, so we saw that push and I just didn't want to get in with this fat stop loss like that because the odds of me getting a 1 to 3 there at that point is kind of a little weird. But yeah, we pushed we rejected. This is a break and retest for the break and retest traders and we sold off. So once I saw this candle, I kind of sold into this candle. I put my stop below the wick or this resistance, whatever you want to call it. Stop above the wick, sorry. And yeah, we pushed down and we got to like a 1.5 and then I just saw a price like stare, like push up, just fly, absolutely fly up. So I kind of got worried and I was at that point kind of staring at the chart and then we pushed down again and then I was like, finally we're gonna go and then we created a higher high. So yeah, I just didn't want to be in a trade like that. To me, it's just a little weird. Ended up working out, and I could have held for a long time. But, you know, you live and learn, I guess. Just very sketchy, sketchy price action. And I just never like selling gold. I don't know. I don't like it because I just know I live in the U.S. I know how things are here, and gold is a safe haven. It's never a bad idea to keep gold or buy gold. So, um, yeah, I'm always like kind of like when I'm selling gold. But yeah, so that was the trade. I ended up going break even. Um, and a possible winning trade. Then last trade of the week. As you can see, like I was saying, I'm really not trading so often. Um, last trade of the week here. Previous candle is bullish. Anticipating next candle to be bullish. Very simple stuff. I didn't take this, I don't think. Yeah, I actually was gonna take this, and then we created no bottom wick. But yeah, so previous candle bullish, anticipating next candle to be bullish, and that's exactly what happened. Um, I drew out our little level. This is like textbook trading. These are like the setups you, like I said, you like I always say, take home to mom and dad and show them, hey, this is my trade, mom and dad. So yeah, so I drew out the most clear zone, next clear zone. The next clear zone from there would probably be this little level, which is kind of why I have it drawn out. So unless you want to do like little minor levels like this. But yeah, so we pushed down. bounced off that level like very hard. We saw buyers fly in. As soon as I felt the momentum, I took the buy. And see the entry. Yeah, it's so clear. Like you can just see like I'll show you the 1 minute. It's like so obvious that we're gonna go. Um, yeah, we got to this level. Buyers reject, reject. They flew up, came back, rejected again, and we just flew. And I told myself if we break this, that was the idea. If we break this, I'll take the buy. And we pretty much did that. Um, and then what happened? Price went back, flipped bullish, and then came back to the level. And I was like, fuck, we're gonna lose. But yeah, ended up working out. We came back to the level, rejected off again, because this happened to be the bottom wick. And if you find the bottom of a bullish candle, if you find that bottom wick, you can and you put your stop, you're gonna be safe because price doesn't want to push past that wick point. So if you catch it, you'll have trades like this all the time. And I should have held a little bit longer. I really can't lie to you. Yeah, I don't know why I just wasn't holding this week. This could have been a 1 to 3 easily. We would have got, no problem. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what told me to close it. Maybe it was Friday. That was what I was thinking. Friday is always a little whipsawy. You can kind of fly up, fly down, whatever, do whatever it wants on Fridays. So yeah, I had these resistance zones drawn out. And I think I closed once I saw that we were breaking. Then we rejected, and then I just exited there. I was like, whatever, I'll get out. It's Friday. I'm not gonna look at my charts anymore. And yeah, it ended up being plus 4R on the week. Um, just doing simple shit. So simple. Like find a candle, mark it off, wait for the wick to form, find 5 minute structure, take the buy off that. Hopefully it works out, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. That was pretty much my week, guys. It was very simple. Yeah, if you could give this video a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Um, I'm gonna start making educational content soon, like how to draw zones, fun stuff like that, very soon. Um, just working on some projects, building a website, things like that. So, been very busy. But yeah, again, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hopefully it helped you guys. It's very simple. Feel free to text me on Instagram or um, on the comment section. I will always be here for you guys. I usually respond very quickly, and yeah, I like to answer questions. I love talking about this stuff. Obviously, I've been doing it for so long, so I enjoy it. And don't be afraid to join the Telegram. Um, at the end of the day, it's just for you to see what my ideas are. If you want to try and copy them, you can, but I don't recommend that. Do learn how to do it little by little, and it's very, very rewarding. Um, yeah, so I'll stop rambling. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.